Take a look at this footage. This was shot on a Potensic Atom 2. And if you own this drone, you already know it's a fantastic little machine for the money. But you've probably also run headfirst into its biggest weakness, shooting on a bright sunny day. Your footage can get all blown out, all look choppy, and that smooth cinematic quality you're after just vanishes away. And that's partly because, for whatever reason, there are no official ND filters made for the Potensic Atom 2. It's the one thing holding this awesome little drone back. But what if I told you the key to getting pro-level footage from this drone is actually an accessory made for its biggest competitor? And in this video, I'm going to show you the simplest hack that lets you use a set of popular ND filters on your Potensic Atom 2. And you can finally get that smooth cinematic footage that you bought this drone for. G'day friends, everyone asks me, what is the big deal with ND filters anyway? Everyone says, think of them like sunglasses for your drone's camera, and on a bright sunny day there's just too much light for the sensor. And without an ND filter, the only way your drone can keep the image from turning into a completely white, blown out mess is by cranking up the shutter speed, which also darkens the image down. So here are two shots, one without the ND filter and one with an ND filter, and as you can see it cuts down the glare and the reflection a fair bit, where you can see much more detail in the water and the sky. But here's the real problem. The magic formula for smooth cinematic video is something called the 180-degree shutter rule. It's really simple. Your shutter speed should be double your frame rate. So if you're shooting in 4K at 30 frames per second, you want your shutter speed to be at 1/60th of a second. The problem is, on a bright sunny day, if you set your camera to those settings, your footage is all blown out. And without an ND filter, you have to raise your shutter speed to darken it down. And when the shutter speed is jacked up that high, you lose all natural motion blur. Every single frame is razor sharp, which sounds good, but when you play it back, it creates this jittery look that can be quite amateurish. An ND, or neutral density filter, cuts down the amount of light hitting the sensor, and this will let you take control and force a slower shutter speed like that perfect 1/60th of a second, even on a bright sunny day. And that gives you that beautiful natural motion blur our eyes instantly recognize as professionally looking film. I was getting really frustrated with my own Atom 2 footage, and then I realized that the original Atom was built on the design of the DJI Mini 2 SE. So I thought maybe I should look for some ND filters that fit that drone. And since I have the Atom 1 and the Atom 2, I looked at the actual gimbal, and the gimbals were very similar in shape and size. So I took a shot and I bought some filters that were built for the DJI Mini 2 SE. And these actually fit. The specific set I recommend for this is from Neewer. They make a fantastic 6-pack of filters for the DJI Mini 2 and the SE models that includes an ND4, 8, 16, 32, a UV filter and a CPL, all in a little case like that. And you can just pop that into your Atom bag and with no problem at all. And this gives you options for every lighting condition. The ND8 is great for slightly overcast days, and the 16 and 32 is good for those bright sunny days. But I'll put a link to this pack in the description and below as well. Now, obviously, full disclosure, this is an unofficial hack. The fit can vary between different filter brands, but I found the Neewer ones pop on surprisingly well, and most importantly, they are incredibly lightweight, less than a gram each, so they won't take you over that 250 gram range at all. However, it's always a good idea to run a quick gimbal calibration when you first put it on, just to make sure everything's working how it's supposed to. And the one thing you have to do if you get these ND filters is to make sure that you power the drone on and get it ready for flight before you put the ND filter on, because if you do it beforehand and the gimbal has to calibrate, it thinks there's something in the way, and it sometimes comes up with a gimbal stuck error. The gimbal isn't stuck, it just comes up with an error. So I found the best way to avoid this is just to turn everything on first, get it ready for launch, then pop on the ND filter. And putting them on couldn't be any simpler as well. Just make sure the drone is powered up, as I said, line up the filter with the camera lens, and give it a gentle press and it slides right into place. It does move around a little bit, but the fit is snug enough that I've never worried about one falling off or even repositioning on windy days. By the way, if you're finding this useful and you're as excited as I was to get these ND filters for the Atom 2, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel and it tells me you want to see more hacks just like this one. And also, if you're worried about what settings to use on your drone, I got something that will help you out beautifully. It's called the Drone Camera Coach. It's an AI camera coach, so all you have to do is put in your question about what camera settings you want to use on your drone, and it will answer any question for you and give you all the settings you need. The link for that will be below as well. All right, enough talk. Let's get to the good stuff, which is the proof. This particular day was very bright, so I used the ND32, and as you can see, I was able to get my shutter speed down to 50, or 1/50, as I was shooting in 4K 25. And here are a few comparison shots, and the trick here is to look at the bottom of the screen to see the motion blur versus stutter. Obviously, the faster your drone can fly, the better this looks. And if you're flying up high, then you won't notice this very much at all. This is more for when you're closer to the ground. So now you don't have to worry about getting choppy, overexposed footage on those bright sunny days. But what about if you want to shoot in low light and get great photos and video? Well, this video right here will help you with that. Thanks for watching.